Welcome to the Dafcast. This is the introduction to Zevachim, general overview. I am Chaim Weitzner with Rabbi Yehuda Russak.
Chaim, it's very exciting. Daf Yomi is soon going to be starting Maseches Zevachim. So we know Kachim is korbanos. A lot of it is in Parshas Vayikra, Tzav, Shmini. That's where you find korbanos. But there's 7 types of korbanos. And in those korbanos, 2 of them are going to be called Kachei Kadashim, which is holy of holy. It'll have details. And then there's the other, 5, it'll be Kachim Kalim, lower, which is called lower Kedusha. The 2 that are Kachei Kadashim is Oila and Chatas. Korban Oila is, the reason why it's called an Oila, the whole animal goes on the Mizbeach. There's no part of the animal gets eaten.
Nothing left over.
Nothing left over to the Kohen to eat or the owner to eat. That's an Oila. Kodesh Kadosh. Chatas, the word Chet, comes from an Aveira. Chas v'shalom, somebody transgressed Shabbos b'shogev, not realizing he didn't do it on purpose. Right. So then there's a chatas. Any averis, it's done b'shogev is a chatas. A chatas has a din of kachei kadashim. Then there's the other 5 is kadashim kalim, lower kedusha, which is shlamim. You have bachar, ma'aseh behema, korban pesach. Famous korban pesach is considered kachim kalim, lighter kedusha. Now, so maybe just to give, so we could appreciate what kachei kadashim and kachei kalim means, let's give 2 practical things that we could feel the kedusha there. First of all, we said oila is not eaten, no part of the animal is eaten. So let's go over to chatas. A chatas could be only eaten by a kohen. So kachei kadashim is only eaten by a kohen. There's no piece there for the bailim, for the owner. There's no piece for the owner. Okay. And kachei kadashim, where you can eat it, you could only eat it in the Beis Hamikdash. Kachim kalim, you could take it a little further out into Yerushalayim. So kachei kadashim, you have to keep it in the Beis Hamikdash. Kachim kalim, you could take it out into Yerushalayim. Another difference is the time frame. How long can I eat this kachim? What's the zman, the time? Mm-hmm. The time is a kachim has a yom and a layla, a day and a night. All right, so it has only a time frame of, right, a yom and a layla, a day and a night. Kachim kalim, you have 2 days and a night.
2 days and 1 night.
Yes. Okay, so you get a lot more time for kachim kalim. So again, kachei kadashim, you have, it's the place. The place is only, kachei kadashim is only in the Beis Hamikdash. Kachim kalim, you could eat it in Yerushalayim. The time frame for kachei kadashim is less. We said a day and a night. Kachim kalim has 2 days and a night. All right, so that's okay. Next thing, very important in this Masechta, is to know the avodas. Avodah is called, can only be done, we'll see which. Avodah is, it's a service in the Beis Hamikdash, and there are 4 avodas. There's a shechita, shechting. There is Kabbalah, accepting the blood, it's an avodah. Then you take the blood to the Mizbeach to be sprinkled, that's called Hilachas Adam, taking the blood. And then the sprinkling of the blood, called Zrika, these are 4 avodas. And the avodas have to be done with the right machshava, and it has to be done with the right people. Shechita, interesting, could be done by Yisrael. But all the other three, Kabbalah Sadam, Halacha, taking it, and Zrika, has to be done by a Chaim. Yisrael cannot do that. Shechita is a special din that Yisrael could do the Shechita. Now, by these avodos, kavana is very important. And we said it's important. We don't have korbanos today, but we daven. And davening is, right, has to do with korbanos. That's our korbanos. In the Shalma Parim Soseinu, we pay with our lips korbanos. So kavana is, we'll see kavana is very important now. So let's focus on kavana of a korban. One, we'll say three types of kavanas here. Three machshavas that are very important to be part of the korban when you shech, to be aware. One is to know you're doing it for what korban. I'm standing in front of an oila. If a person, when he's doing an oila, is thinking about a chatas, then it can mess up. We'll see, that'll be the first Mishnah on Mitzvah Shem. It can mess it up. How much it messes it up, we'll see. But to think about the korban, what I'm doing, I'm aware what I'm doing. Just quickly in tefillah, if somebody's davening shachos and he's thinking ma'ariv, I don't know, it might not work. He's thinking about davening ma'ariv. Very comes up, if somebody forgets, let's say shachos, and he has to daven two tefillahs, he has to have, this one is my mincha, and this one is to make it up. Their machshava play role. But it's just something that we threw in. But we have to think about the korban that we're doing, and that's very important. Two other machshavas that I have to be thinking is that we said there's a time frame, right? We said an oila, what was the time frame for an oila? You have a day and a night. If somebody's shechting an oila, and he's saying, I'm going to eat it past the time frame. I'm going to eat it.
No one's eating an oila.
Oh, very good. Excellent. But let's say you're not, but he's thinking about that.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. He's thinking about it. Or, very good. He's thinking about, he's going to be eating this for 3 days. That's called the machshava chutz lizmanoi. He's thinking about past his man. And that is what they call the word pigul. And pigul is karis. If somebody will eat now that korban, that with that machshava, he did a beautiful shchita, did a beautiful kabbalah, beautiful halacha, beautiful zrika. But the thought was there. The thought was there. He's eating it past his man. That korban, in the shchita, in the kabbalah, in these avodas, can mess up the korban. And now somebody is going to eat that korban, those korbanos you're allowed to eat, is going to chayiv kares. That's for his mana. If he thinks about, we said there was a place. You could only eat in Yerushalayim for Kachim Kalim. Kachim Kadashim is you can only wear Chaim. You can only eat it in the Beis HaMikdash. If somebody's shechting Kachim and he's thinking, I'm going to eat it in Yerushalayim, or he's shechting Kachim Kalim, I'm going to eat it in Beit Shemesh. I'm going to eat it in anywhere in Yerushalayim, outside Yerushalayim. Up north, Tel Aviv, by the airport, Lud, right? That's going to be puzzle. It's called chutzlam kaimai. It's puzzle, and the korban's no good. No kares. Again, it's important. This is just important to review. Zmanoi, past the time, is pigul. The kaimai is not pigul. It's puzzle. There's no kares. So that's I think something that. So Chaim, I think these are the tools that if we can give over in tonight's introduction. So Chaim, I think that this is something will help. These are things that are going to come across that we need, tools that we need in this Masechta. So let's hope. On the new Masechta. And Kachim is something new. You know, a lot of yeshivas learn Ezekiel in America. When they get older, they're ready for kachim. They go out there to Israel, they go to Brisk, they go. So in Daf Yomi, we're moving on to Eretz Yisrael. We're moving to a new vista. So it's exciting. So
Looking forward.
you know, these are the tools.
Very good.
Chaim.